100 million people are now facing air quality alerts and ominous smoky skies today. It's air pollution brought on by thick wildfire smoke from Canada. Joining us this afternoon live is Bob Henson, meteorologist and climate writer with Yale Climate Connections, also the author of A Thinking Person's Guide to Climate Change. Mr. Henson, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So yesterday, 5 U.S. states experienced unhealthy air quality from the Canadian wildfire smoke. Syracuse, New York, for instance, as you wrote, reached an air quality index of 402. That's a level at which the EPA says there can be serious health impacts for anyone who spends time outside. What is causing such a bad fire season up in Canada, and how is climate change involved?
Well, in a sense, we're getting the impacts of what's been happening in Canada for the last few weeks. They have had a very warm, dry spring, and in fact, the hottest May on record across large parts of Canada. So that in turn allowed the landscape to dry out. And all the way from Alberta to Nova Scotia, we've had wildfires and an exceptionally large concentration of fires in Quebec the past few days. And the airflow has set up in the last several days to just shuttle that smoke directly from Quebec down across the whole Northeast U.S. So leading to probably one of the worst air quality events since the mid-20th century.
And along those lines of the weather pattern that's blowing the smoke southward into the U.S., it's kind of stuck, isn't it? That's leading to a longer period of this danger air quality. Is climate change tied into that aspect?
Well, absolutely. A warmer temperature set you up for greater fire risk, because the warmer it is, the more the landscape dries out when it's not raining. Now, weather patterns are also appearing to get stuck a little more often. This is related to something called quasi-resonant amplification. And just to simplify that, basically, the pinballs rolling through the jet stream around the globe just tend to lock into place more easily, especially in the summertime. So this is an area of active research, but we're seeing that kind of thing play out right now, where much of the U.S. has just been stagnant, calm, not unpleasant, but it's pretty unpleasant when smoke gets poured down from Canada.
Sure, it's one thing if New York City had this for 6 hours in a progressive weather pattern, but when they have it for 3 or 4 days, it's a much bigger issue. Now, we're only getting light amounts of the smoke here in central Texas, not dangerous levels at all. But in a warming world, could you conceivably see something like this impacting us in central Texas?
Well, fortunately, central Texas is pretty far away from the kinds of forests that would produce really thick smoke plumes like this. Say the boreal forests of the subarctic in Canada. You have to go a long way to get, say, from the central southern Rockies to central Texas. What I'm a little more concerned about is the risk of a firestorm simply in the hill country and nearby terrain, given all the forest you have. I think back to the latter part of about 10 years ago, when the fall fires struck near Bastrop in the hottest, driest summer in Texas history. That kind of thing is becoming more likely every year and every decade. So I think that's something to really be cautious and concerned about.
Sure, the Bastrop fires of 2011. Now, to zoom out for just a moment, let's talk about the public perception of climate change. Your colleague at Yale, Dr. Anthony Leibowitz, said on a call today that just 17% of Americans think that climate change poses a high risk to them. But as we see today, with smoke crossing international borders, there can be far-reaching risks from climate change that people might not think about.
Absolutely. I think this is a hallmark illustration of how the weather and the climate don't stop at national borders, right? We've known this all along. Friends travel around the globe. This illustrates how a weather pattern that's been made more likely on a warming planet can transcend borders. And I think we tend to think of climate change affecting us or harming us in apocalyptic terms, right? The day after tomorrow. It can be losing several days of activity because of a horrific smoke. It can be all sorts of things like that are short of the end of the world, but still really damaging and destructive, and things we don't want. So I think it's a really good take-home lesson for everyone.
Well said. Bob Henson, thank you so much for your valuable time. You're actually visiting Austin today, so I hope you enjoy your time here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.